Okay, Hare Krishna. So now first we'll start with the story of Deva. So we have done. We'll continue the Bhagavatam tales of what we were reading. So we had heard the story of Vara Avatar. Now we'll continue the same Bhagavatam, and there the story of Devahuti and Kardama Muni is there. So we'll start that story. So after Varadeva rescued the Earth planet and everything, the Earth is coming up. And now what happens? Swayambhu Manu and Satyarupa, they start residing on the Earth, and there they create they have daughters and a son, and now uh, they stay at a place called Brahmavarta, and they made a city called Bharismati as their capital. And there's one important thing, that Bharismati was a place where Lord Vara's hair had dropped. So Lord Vara, when he came in the boar form, his hair dropped, and his hair dropped on the this earth and the earth planet, and that grew as a kusha grass. So kusha grass is worshipped because it is hair of Lord Vishnu in his Vara avatar. So that is the significance of kusha grass, and kusha grass that way. So that's where the Lord, in this place, Manu also spread a seed of Kushagras and he worshipped the Lord. So this was happening and everything. He was managing the kingdom. So, as we read last time, each Manvantara is for 17 Divya Yugas, and each Divya Yuga is of 43,20,000 years. And in this way, everything was managed. Manu was running everything, and he described the duties of human society in his Manu Samhita, which is Manu Samhita is also an important book, which is for how the human being should behave. Though that was written by Swayambhuva Manu, and he had 5 children, 3 daughters and 2 sons. So his 3 daughters were Devahuti, Akuti, and Prasuti, and he had 2 sons named Priyavrata and Utanpada. So here Utanpada's son was Dhruv Maharaj. Now Devavati's son will be Kapil Maharaj. Kapil in Lord will come as his son as Kapil Maharaj. Kapila Dev. So, and then Akuti married sage Ruchi, Prasuti married Daksha, and Devati married Kardama. So there's a story how Kardama Muni's marriage happens with Devati. Kardama Muni was one of the sons of Lord Brahma, and he was also given the responsibility of getting good children and populating the universe. So if you see all our gotras, which we say, we have a gotra, so those are in the name of sages. So like we say we are Kashyap, or somebody says Kardama, so they are in the name of sages. So because we all come from the Lord Brahma's through sages, the population has been created of the universe. So what happened? So before entering married life, Kardama Muni also, see, everybody who wants to take any new responsibility, a new task, first is they worship the Lord. So Kardama Muni also, he worshipped Lord Vishnu, which was near a lake called Bindu Sarovar. So Bindu Sarovar was a lake where actually Lord had appeared. So pleased with the Lord also appeared in front of Lord Vishnu appeared in front of Kardama Muni, and he told him, "Don't worry, I am aware that you have been born for the purpose of increasing population, and you will get a good wife. So you will be married. So Swayambhuva Manu will come to you he'll come to you and he'll offer you his daughter for marriage." So Kardama Muni actually saw Lord Vishnu and he got this benefit. So subsequently, Lord Brahma also, what he did, he went to Swayambhuva Manu and told, there is a sage, Kardama Muni, you give one of your daughter, Devoti, to him for marriage. So that's the way the marriage was arranged. And then Swayambhuva Manu and Satyarupa, they went to meet Kardama Muni and told them they have a qualified daughter named Devoti, and she will be suitable for your wife. And after that, Lord also told him that, I'll also appear as your son, Kapila. So this is the way Lord gave all the benedictions, and this marriage was arranged. So previously the marriages were decided basis the character of a person. So Swayambhuva Manu and Satarupa, they were the kings of the universe, king and queen of the universe. They were ruling this universe, and they were the head of. In fact, they managed to rule this for 17 divine yugas. But if you see now how marriages are happening, actually character has become very, very irrelevant. You see people whose character, they don't see character, only money or wealth or fame is more important than a character. If you see now the movies which are coming, like some say Animal, Sanjay that the movie made on Sanjay the Animal, these guys only reflect, that character is not relevant at all. Means if you are extremely characterless, there's no problem. Still you will be able to you will be famous, you will get awards also. So but at that time, or at the right Satyuga or those times, first thing was character. Any girl who used to think about a marriage was the character. In fact, Rukmani Devi, when Rukmani Mata, when she heard about Lord Krishna, was the character was the first thing she was seen, and then she started liking Lord Krishna. Same way here, Swayambhuva Manu and Satrupa, they have come to meet Kardama Muni because they knew his character is supreme. Although he is not having any riches, but he is he's a very great sage. And Lord Brahma had advised him that you have to marry your daughter to him, and that's the way this was arranged. So what happened when Manu Maharaj, Swayambhuva Manu came to that place, Kardama Muni welcomed him with great respect. He told him, you're a very saintly king. You're a saintly king. See, the kings have to be in the saintly by nature, because the Raja Rishis, what we call. If you are Raja Rishi, then you will rule your kingdom properly. And you are protecting the energy of Lord Hari, Sri Hari, and you are always busy protecting righteous people and punishing the unrighteous. And so he welcomed him and he asked him, why have you come here? What shall I do for you? And he was respecting him. Then Swayambhuva Manu felt embarrassed, and he is praising Kardama Muni, that saying that, you are a great sage, you are a sage, you are a Brahmana, and you are the propagator of Vedas. And you have created Kshatriyas to protect the Lord has created Kshatriyas to protect the Brahmanas. And Brahmanas are said to be the Lord's heart, and the Kshatriyas his arms. So you are very close, your Lord's hearts, and Kshatriyas are only the arms. So they praised each other, and then Manu requested, please accept my daughter Devavati as your wife. And she is seeking a suitable husband in terms of age, character, and qualities. And when she heard from Narad Muni about you, she fixed her mind upon you. She will be a suitable wife for you in every way. I know that you may also have a desire to marry. So he was also aware that you have a desire to marry. And how did Devavati know about Kardama Muni? Narad Muni had informed about the character or nature of Kardama Muni, and immediately she had thought that I will marry Kardama Muni. So Kardama Muni also said, I will desire to marry, but he put some condition. He said, your daughter is very beautiful. I cannot reject, and she's beautiful. But he wanted, saying that, I will stay with her only till we have children. After that, I'll take sannyas and I will leave. I'll dedicate my life to devotion and bhakti of Lord Vishnu. So at the time of marriage only, he made it clear. And then they were agreed, and the marriage happened in a very nice manner. And Manu Maharaj gave, as he was a king, he gave a lot of jewelry wealth to his daughter. And then after the marriage, they returned. So it was not that, the arrangement was done and then marriage will happen subsequently. There'll be a lot of functions, nothing. They came, they decided, they gave the daughter, and all gifts were given, marriage done, and they returned back peacefully. So after that, Devavati, who was wife of Kardama Muni, she served his husband extremely well with love, respect, and she did not care about her health or body. She used to offer a lot of service to his husband. And so what Kardama Muni used to give as a gift to his wife, he gave a gift to his wife that whatever blessings I'm getting from Lord Vishnu, I give it to you. So those were the gifts, and she used to be very happy and satisfied. But one day she desired, I want to become a mother as a chaste woman. I also want some children. I want to become a mother. So Kardamamuni said, yes, we'll definitely, he said we can do, he'll agree to that. So what he did, first he created a gigantic aerial mansion. He created a very big building, like a big mansion where everything was there, and he got all beautiful places with a lake and a lot of pigeons, swans, and everything. It was a beautiful place which was there. And since Dehuti was doing a lot of service to Kardama Muni, her body had become little weak. She was emaciated. Like, so he said, what you do? You take a bath in Bindu Sarovar, created by Lord Vishnu, and then you mount this airplane. And he created an airplane also, as good as a mansion. So he created an airplane where she can travel. So the sage was very powerful. See, initially he was appearing that he does not have any wealth, anything, but afterwards, when the need came, he was with his mystic powers. He created mansion. He created airplane, and he told his wife, "Now you take bath in Bindu Sarovar, and then we'll go in an airplane." So Devati then entered with her matted hair and dirty clothes. She enters the Bindu Sarovar lake, and inside she finds a house with 1,000 young girls, which are fragrant with lotus. So they say, the girls told Devati, "We are your servants." And then the girls bathed, then applied oils and ointments, and gave her new clothes. And Devati immediately became very beautiful, and as she was earlier. And she came out, her face shone, and this thing. Devati then remembered her husband. She immediately, when everything was done, she came back. She came out, and all the maid servants also came out, and as for her service in the place where they were supposed to stay. And Devati was amazed to see that Kardama Muni has so much yogic power, transformed everything, and perfect. So if you see Sudama, when he went to Lord Krishna, and when he comes back, his wife and the whole look Porbandar where he used to stay, everything was changed. He had every bungalows had been placed. Everything was overnight. Everything became beautiful. That was the power of the Lord. Here also, the sage Kardama Muni was very powerful. Everything was transformed, and she became beautiful. She had a beautiful mansion, airplane, and she had made servants to take care of. So many people were there. So after that, he took her in the airplane, Kardama Muni and Devoti. They went in the airplane along with those girls, and they looked around the moon, and they went to a lot of beautiful places of Mount Meru, a lot of celestial gardens of various places. And he showed that they how he gave so much of uh, enjoyment to devotee. So it was beyond devtas. In fact, devtas cannot give that much of luxury to their wives. That kind of luxury Kardama Muni was able to give. And after devotee, he showed devotees everything. He took her on it was kind of a world tour. It was a universe tour, and she was traveling. And they all came. Then after that, Kardama Muni, Devavati gave birth to 9 beautiful daughters. So Devavati, so there she had 9 beautiful. So there are names mentioned about that: Kala, Nasuya, Shraddha, Havirbu, Buhu, Gati, Kriya, Khyati, Arundhati, and Shanti. So these were the 9 daughters. And after that, Devavati worshipped Lord Vishnu, and for so that she and after some years, the Supreme Lord comes as her son Kapila. And everybody was happy. The Devtas played instruments and they danced because the Lord had come in Kapila Avatar. So Lord Brahma also arrived at the sages and said, my dear son, you have honored me by following my instructions without duplicity. Your 9 daughters are chaste and will increase the population of the universe in various ways. Get them married to the sages according to their likings. Lord Kapila with golden hair has now appeared as your son. So Brahma said to Devati, "O fortunate Devati, the Lord who appeared in your womb will give you spiritual knowledge and will increase your fame and travel all over the world." We all know in Lord Vishnu in his Kapil avatar, he gives spiritual knowledge. He gives the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam to Devavati. So, and through that, it was distributed. Brahma then departed to Satyalok, and everything was normal. So now Kardama Muni also married his 9 daughters. And after that, when his marriage of daughters was done, and then Kardama Muni approached his son Kapila, saying that, because he knew his son has come as a lord, he did not want to stay with him because it would not be correct, that he did not wanted the Vatsalya bow for him. He always wanted a respect. He wanted to love the Lord. He wanted to praise the Lord in a respect. He did not want it So he said, now I want to retire from my life and I want to take sannyas. So and Lord gave him permission. So after doing all his responsibilities, so sannyas should be taken after completing all the responsibility. One, he got all the 9 daughters married. Then subsequently his son was there. So son was there to take care of the mother. And then he decided, now I can depart. And he took permission of the Lord. So Lord has appeared as a son only. So he did not want it. He wanted a dasyaras. So he wanted always to be the servant to the Lord. So if the Lord has come as a son, he would not get that bow. He will never appear. He will not be able to do that servant wala feelings. So then Lord, his father Kardama Muni went for tapasya, for sannyas, and then Lord Kapila gives his spiritual knowledge to his mother. So and that thing what he called is called Sankhya Yoga. So he gave the knowledge of Sankhya Yoga, Asthana Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga. And Kapil Muni, after that, Kapil Muni also, then after he gave this knowledge to his mother and staying for some time, then he left his asked his mother also do bhakti, and he also traveled around to give this knowledge. So this is the story of Kapila, avatar of Lord Vishnu, who was born to Devavati and Kardama Muni. So this story one we complete. So I'll do one more story of Dattatreya avatar. So recently Dattatreya Jayanti was there a couple of weeks back on 26th, I think, 26th December. So Dattatreya Jayanti is there. So Dattatreya is also avatar of Lord Vishnu. In fact, he came as a avatar of with 3 in 1. So Lord Vishnu, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, all 3 came as one. So he was born to Anasuya. Anasuya was one of the daughters of Devati, and she got married to sage Atri. Atri Muni and Anasuya got a son of Dattatreya avatar, Lord Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. They all 3 came. So how did this happen? So Atri Muni, he wanted the son who would be like exactly like the Lord of the universe, Jagadishwara. So he pleased. So what he did lot of tapasya. Atri Muni and Anasuya, they went to a Raksha mountain, and there they performed severe austerities, controlling mind, breath. And Atri Muni, he stood on one leg for 100 years, eating nothing but air. And after his tapasya, blazing fire came out of Atri's head, and all the 3 worlds started beginning. So Lord Vishnu immediately came down. He in fact what he did, he told Lord Shiva and Brahma, all the 3, let's go to meet Atri Muni. So all the 3 went to Atri Muni, and Atri Muni was standing there. He was shocked. He was astonished. He said, I was worshipping Lord. So, but all 3 have come. Lord Shiva has come on sitting on a bull, holding a drum. Brahma sat on a swan with kushagras in his hands. Lord Vishnu sat on Garuda, holding a Sudarshan chakra. And Atri Muni offered respect by falling down flat. So we did Dandavat Pranam. He did that. He then approached, closed his eyes. He couldn't believe with so much of effulgence coming. When all the 3 lords have come, there's a lot of light and effulgence which was coming from there. First, he closed his eyes and he could not believe. Then he gathered his senses, and he said, I had called only one Lord, desiring a son like him. But now I see, 3 divine property personalities have come. So I respect, please be merciful upon me. Tell me, whom did I call among 3? I am bewildered. So he was wondering, whom did I call? How come all 3 of you have come here? So hearing these words, the Lord smiled and replied, said, dear Atri, whatever you wished will be fulfilled. We, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, oversee the activities of creation, maintenance, and destruction of this universe. So any one of us may be considered the Lord of the universe. So practically Vishnu is there, but here, because he did not specify whom he's calling, all 3 came. So all 3 came there. So you didn't specifically mention whom you wanted. So all 3 of us have come before you. So Atri said, I have called Jagadishwara, but he was not sure who that Jagadishwara was. So he didn't. So all 3 have come, and all 3 granted his desires. And he said, okay, what we'll do, all 3 of us will appear as your sons and manifest our potentials partially. So all the 3 combined, they become his son, and the son's name is Dattatreya. So if you see Dattatreya, he has Lord Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, all 3 heads are there, and he has the qualities of all 3. So on Dattatreya, there is one more story which goes. This is one story. This is one more story which I've heard from some sages and gurus is that. So once what happened, Annasuya became very famous as a chaste woman. So her fame became so big that her name was heard in all the Devalokas. In fact, Lord Vishnu's wife, Lakshmi, Parvati, and Saraswati, all three, they also started hearing of her fame. And in fact, one day Narad Muni went there and told, see, look at Annasuya, she has become so famous. She's such a chaste lady. She's doing so much of austerity and all this thing, and she is becoming more famous than you all, Lakshmi, Saraswati, and Parvati. Then they said, okay, we'll check, we'll test her. So we would test her. So what they decided, they wanted to test the chastity of Anusaya, Mata Anusaya. So what they called all their husbands. So Parvati Mata called Lord Shiva, Lakshmi Mata called Lord Vishnu, and Saraswati Mata called Lord Brahma. So they were called all them. They said, you go and test this lady, how chaste she is. So all three, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, they go in the form of a Brahmana, and they go when Atri Muni is not in house. So only Anasuya is alone. They go there and they beg for alms. They are beg for something. So Mata Anusaya comes and she says, yes, Brahmana, she worships them. He says, yes, I will give you. But Brahmanas, they say, no, we will not accept these alms in this manner. What you do, you have to come in a this thing, naked form. You'll come without clothes, and then only you can offer. So then she was very confused. What should I do? Because Brahmanas have come, I have to give something, but I'm a chaste woman. I cannot go in this manner. So then she prays to the Lord, and she says, if I'm a chaste woman, let these three Brahmanas become a child of one day. So what happens? All three, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, who were in the form of Brahmanas, they became a small child of one day. And when she brought all three in, and when they were 1 day old, so 1 day old are small children, and in front of them, she gave them food the way they wanted. But the children stayed there. So now she was serving them, and after that, the children, all three became 1 day old child. So after that, what happened? Lakshmi Mata, Parvati Mata, and Saraswati Mata, they started wondering here, wherever her husband gone, they were sent for testing Anusaya, and but still they have not returned. So much time has gone. So then, when they send Narad Muni, they found, they become children of 1 day old. So then they go to Mata Anusaya and they say, you are a very chaste lady, and they request her to bring their husbands back to the original form. And then again, Anusaya prays, and then all the three children who became 1 year old, 1 day old, they become normal as Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, and they are pleased, and they give a blessing that we will come as your son. So these are both stories are that, and because so many different yugas, you see how many yugas are happening. There are 1,000 Divya yugas. So each yuga there might be a little variation of the story of the pastime which happens. Otherwise, both are true. In one yuga, it would have happened in this manner. In another yuga, would have happened in this manner. So we in fact saw Vara Avatar appearing 2 times in 2 yugas. So in one yuga, is appearing in this form, is just bringing the earth up. In second yuga, is fighting with Hiranyakashipu.